Hey everyone, welcome back to Senior Men's Health. I'm Dr. Sofia Carter, and today we're going to dive into a topic that every man over 40 should hear about. This conversation might sound bold, but I promise you, everything we'll cover is backed by science and real-world results. We're talking about foods and natural compounds that can genuinely and safely boost your testosterone levels, not in a vague, maybe this helps a bit kind of way, but through mechanisms proven to restore your body's ability to produce testosterone on its own. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. I share health information that can truly change the way you feel, look, and age, and most doctors don't talk about these natural strategies. Too often, men are told that the only way to fix low testosterone is with a prescription. But the truth is, there are natural, powerful ways to stimulate your body's own production and support the systems that make you feel alive again. Testosterone is far more than a male hormone. It's the fuel for energy, muscle strength, bone density, and even cognitive sharpness. It affects how you handle stress, how you recover from workouts, how motivated you feel in the morning, and yes, it plays a central role in your sexual health and performance. When testosterone drops, you feel it in every part of your life. And the sad reality is, average testosterone levels have been falling sharply over the last several decades. Men today often have much lower levels than their fathers or grandfathers had at the same age. It's not just aging. Environmental toxins, poor diets, chronic stress, and lack of movement all work together to suppress natural testosterone production. But here's the good news. Your body is capable of turning this around. There are foods that can trigger your body to produce more testosterone naturally. You just need to know which ones, how they work, and how to make them part of your daily life. Let's start with one of the most unexpected but powerful foods for testosterone, raw oysters. Now, I know that's not something you hear every day, but stay with me. Oysters are packed with zinc, a mineral absolutely essential for testosterone production. Your body literally can't make testosterone without it. Zinc is involved in multiple stages of the hormone production process, and when you don't have enough, everything slows down. To make things worse, low zinc also allows more of your existing testosterone to convert into estrogen, which is the last thing you want. Just 6 medium oysters provide about 32 milligrams of zinc. That's roughly 3 times the daily recommendation. And studies show that when men who are low in zinc start getting enough of it, their testosterone levels can almost double. The results are even better when zinc comes from food instead of supplements, because oysters also contain other nutrients that help your body absorb and use zinc more effectively. Oysters also have D-aspartic acid, an amino acid that signals your brain to tell the testes to produce more testosterone. In one study, men who took D-aspartic acid for just 12 days saw a 42% increase in testosterone. That's an enormous change in less than 2 weeks. If you can, try eating raw oysters once or twice a week. If that's not possible, look for high-quality zinc-rich alternatives like pumpkin seeds or lean red meat, but oysters really are in a class of their own. Next, let's talk about something you probably already have in your kitchen: garlic. Not cooked garlic, but raw garlic. I know it's intense, but its effects are incredible. Garlic contains a compound called allicin, which helps lower cortisol, the stress hormone that directly interferes with testosterone. Think of it this way: when cortisol rises, testosterone falls. They work in opposite directions. By calming your body's stress response, garlic helps your testosterone levels rise naturally. Garlic also supports your heart and blood flow, and that's important because good circulation means better nutrient delivery to the organs that produce hormones. It also helps regulate cholesterol levels, and cholesterol is the raw material your body uses to make testosterone. Studies in animals show that garlic can raise testosterone levels significantly, and while human studies are still limited, the evidence points strongly in the same direction. Here's how to use it. Crush or finely chop 1 or 2 fresh cloves and let them sit for about 10 minutes to activate the allicin, then eat it raw. You can mix it with a bit of honey, blend it into a dressing, or if you're brave, just swallow it with water. Do this once or twice daily. It's strong, but so are the benefits. And if you're worried about garlic breath, chew on some parsley or mint afterward. It actually ties in beautifully with another testosterone-supporting food we'll talk about later. Now let's move on to another everyday powerhouse: ginger root. Ginger is one of those natural remedies that's been used for centuries, but in the past decade, science has confirmed just how potent it is for men's hormonal health. Ginger works in several ways. It reduces inflammation in the testes, enhances the production of luteinizing hormone, the messenger hormone that tells your body to produce testosterone, and helps your cells respond better to insulin. That last part is critical because insulin resistance is one of the hidden causes of low testosterone. In one study, infertile men who took ginger saw a 17% increase in testosterone and major improvements in sperm quality. Another study showed an 18% rise in testosterone levels, along with better overall energy and vitality. These are not small changes. They're the kind of results that can transform how you feel day to day. The easiest way to use ginger is to grate a 1-inch piece of fresh root into smoothies or tea. You can also chew on small pieces throughout the day or sip on fresh ginger tea regularly. Fresh ginger is more potent than the dried powder, but both can help. The key is consistency. Make it a habit, not a one-time experiment. Now, for something sweet that actually helps your hormones, dark chocolate. But not the kind packed with sugar and dairy. We're talking about high-quality dark chocolate with at least 75% cacao or higher. This kind of chocolate is loaded with antioxidants called flavonoids, which improve blood flow, reduce inflammation, and help protect your hormone-producing cells. It also provides magnesium, another mineral many men are deficient in, and magnesium plays a key role in testosterone synthesis. Even more interesting, certain compounds in cacao can help slow down the conversion of testosterone into estrogen. So dark chocolate, when eaten in moderation, doesn't just satisfy your sweet tooth, it supports your hormonal balance. Aim for 1 to 2 ounces a day of pure dark chocolate with minimal added sugar. Think of it as dessert with a purpose. Now let's talk about fenugreek seeds, a traditional remedy that modern research strongly supports. Fenugreek works in 2 main ways. It helps your body retain more free testosterone, the active form your body can actually use, and it blocks enzymes that convert testosterone into other, less effective hormones. In one 8-week study, men taking fenugreek saw big increases in free testosterone, along with improvements in energy, strength, and libido. You can chew the seeds directly, though they taste quite bitter, or soak them overnight in water and drink the mixture in the morning. You can also grind them into powder and mix with honey or smoothies. A teaspoon daily is enough to make a noticeable difference over time. Another incredibly simple food that supports testosterone is the Brazil nut. These are packed with selenium, a mineral vital for hormone health and sperm production. Selenium helps protect your testes from oxidative stress and supports your thyroid. A healthy thyroid means better hormone balance overall. Just 2 or 3 Brazil nuts a day provide your full daily requirement. More isn't better here because too much selenium can be harmful. But that small daily amount is perfect. And here's one more that's both delicious and science-backed: pomegranate. This fruit, or its pure juice, has been shown to raise testosterone levels and improve mood and circulation. In one study, participants who drank pomegranate juice every day for 2 weeks saw testosterone increase by an average of 24%. The reason lies in pomegranate's incredible antioxidant power. It protects your cells from oxidative damage, reduces stress, and enhances blood flow, all factors that support hormone production. Drink about 8 ounces of pure pomegranate juice daily, or eat the seeds from a fresh fruit. Just make sure it's real pomegranate juice, not a sugary blend. Now, there's one vegetable that often gets overlooked when we talk about men's health: celery. It may sound too ordinary to be powerful, but celery contains unique plant compounds that can positively affect your hormonal balance. One of these compounds is called androstenone, a natural pheromone that may support testosterone levels and influence how your body regulates hormones. Celery also helps block the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen, helping to preserve your body's natural supply. And because it's rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nutrients, celery also helps protect the delicate tissues involved in hormone production. You don't need a complicated recipe, just a few stalks of celery a day can make a difference. You can juice it, chop it into salads, or eat it with almond butter for a healthy, testosterone-friendly snack. Every small choice counts, and celery is one of those simple foods that quietly supports your hormone health in the background. Now, let's move to something that's creamy, tropical, and often misunderstood: coconut. Fresh coconut meat and unrefined coconut oil can play an important role in supporting testosterone production. That's because your body needs healthy fats to create hormones, and coconut provides a perfect balance of natural saturated fats and medium-chain triglycerides. These fats are quickly converted into energy and help stabilize metabolism, which in turn keeps your hormones balanced. Studies have shown that men who consume enough healthy fats, including some saturated fats, tend to have higher testosterone levels than those on very low-fat diets. Coconut oil also contains lauric acid, which supports overall health and may help keep inflammation low. You can add a spoonful of unrefined coconut oil to your coffee, use it for cooking, or simply eat a small piece of fresh coconut daily. It's delicious, nourishing, and great for your hormones. Speaking of healthy fats, avocados are one of nature's best gifts for hormone health. They're packed with monounsaturated fats that your body uses as building blocks for testosterone. Avocados are also loaded with vitamin E, which protects testosterone molecules from oxidative stress, and boron, a trace mineral that can significantly raise free testosterone levels. In one study, men who supplemented with just 6 milligrams of boron daily saw a 28% increase in free testosterone in a single week. That's a huge improvement in such a short time. One avocado a day is a perfect goal. Eat it plain with some sea salt and lemon, add it to salads or smoothies, or mash it into guacamole. It's simple, satisfying, and gives your body the nutrients it needs to keep your hormone levels strong and steady. Another traditional remedy that deserves attention is pine pollen. This golden powder collected from pine trees has been used in Chinese medicine for centuries to boost energy and male vitality. Pine pollen naturally contains small amounts of plant-based androgens, testosterone-like compounds, that may gently encourage your own body to produce more hormones. It also provides amino acids, vitamins, and minerals that support energy and overall well-being. You can take pine pollen in powder form, ideally sublingually, meaning under your tongue, for better absorption. Start with about half a teaspoon daily and gradually increase to 1 teaspoon. Many men notice subtle improvements in energy, focus, and libido after using pine pollen consistently for a few weeks. It's a natural way to give your system a gentle hormonal nudge without overstimulation. Now let's turn to one of the simplest yet most complete foods on the planet: eggs. Whole eggs, especially the yolks, are phenomenal for testosterone production. For years, cholesterol got a bad reputation, but here's the truth. Cholesterol is the raw material your body needs to make hormones. The yolk also provides vitamin D, healthy fats, and essential amino acids, all vital for hormone balance. Men who eat whole eggs rather than just egg whites often have better testosterone levels because the nutrients in the yolk are what make the real difference. 2 or 3 whole eggs a day is a great addition to a balanced diet. Scramble them, boil them, fry them in coconut oil, whatever works for you. The point is to stop fearing cholesterol and start understanding that your hormones depend on it. Now let's revisit chocolate, but in its purest form, cacao nibs. These are simply crushed cacao beans with no sugar or processing, and they're an incredible source of antioxidants, magnesium, and mood-boosting compounds. The magnesium in cacao helps your body relax, reduces cortisol, and supports testosterone synthesis. Cacao also improves circulation, which helps nutrient delivery and energy. You can mix cacao nibs into yogurt, smoothies, or trail mixes with nuts and dried fruit. They taste slightly bitter but rich, and they pair beautifully with other nutrient-dense foods. 1 or 2 tablespoons a day is all you need to experience their benefits. Speaking of pairing, here's another humble but powerful plant: parsley. This common herb is rich in a compound called apigenin, which has been shown to support testosterone production by nourishing the Leydig cells in your testes, the very cells responsible for making the hormone. Apigenin also helps block the conversion of testosterone to estrogen, helping you maintain higher active levels. Parsley is also full of antioxidants, especially vitamin C, which protects your cells from damage and supports your liver and kidneys, both of which play key roles in hormone metabolism. You can add a handful of fresh parsley to salads, smoothies, or juices daily. It even doubles as a natural breath freshener, making it a perfect partner to garlic. Now let me share something that brings several of these foods together into one powerful daily ritual I like to call the testosterone power bite. It's a combination designed to give your body a dense dose of the nutrients we've been talking about. Here's what goes into it: 2 or 3 Brazil nuts, half an avocado, a handful of fresh parsley, 1 crushed raw garlic clove that's been left to activate for 10 minutes, a tablespoon of raw honey, and a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. Blend them together or mix them in a bowl and eat it as a nutrient-packed meal or snack. It may sound unusual, but the combination delivers zinc, selenium, boron, healthy fats, antioxidants, and other vital compounds that directly support your testosterone levels. When men start making this a daily habit, many report noticeable improvements in energy, focus, and sexual health within a few weeks. But it's important to keep your expectations realistic. These natural strategies don't work overnight like a pill or injection. They work by repairing and restoring your body's natural hormone balance. Most men notice subtle improvements in mood, energy, and motivation within 2 to 4 weeks, with more significant changes in strength, body composition, and performance over 2 to 3 months. The secret is consistency. This isn't about a quick fix, it's about supporting your body every day so it can do what it's designed to do. Food is information for your body, and when you give it the right information consistently, it responds beautifully. Of course, nutrition alone isn't the whole picture. To truly optimize testosterone naturally, you need to look at your lifestyle as a whole. How you sleep, move, and handle stress all matter. Sleep deprivation, for example, is one of the fastest ways to wreck testosterone. Even 1 week of sleeping only 4 or 5 hours a night can cut your testosterone levels almost in half. Prioritize 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night, and you'll see the difference in your energy, mood, and drive. Exercise is another essential piece of the puzzle. When you move your body regularly, especially with resistance training like lifting weights or bodyweight exercises, you send powerful signals to your brain and endocrine system to produce more testosterone. Strength training triggers the release of growth hormone and testosterone naturally. You don't have to live in the gym. 3 to 4 solid sessions a week can make a big difference. Focus on compound movements that engage multiple muscles at once, like squats, push-ups, deadlifts, or rows. Combine that with brisk walking or other light cardio on off days to keep your metabolism and heart strong. Equally important is how you handle stress. Chronic stress keeps your cortisol levels high, and as we've mentioned, cortisol and testosterone are like a seesaw. When one goes up, the other goes down. Find stress management techniques that work for you. Some men benefit from deep breathing or meditation. Others find peace in time outdoors, music, or hobbies. Even simple mindfulness practices can reduce cortisol significantly. Pay attention to your environment too. Many men don't realize how much modern life exposes them to endocrine disruptors, chemicals that interfere with your hormonal system. BPA in plastics, pesticides in non-organic produce, and certain household chemicals can mimic or block hormones. Wherever possible, use glass or stainless steel containers instead of plastic. Choose natural cleaning products, avoid microwaving food in plastic containers, and buy organic fruits and vegetables, especially those known to have high pesticide residues. These small adjustments can have a surprisingly large effect over time. Body composition also plays a role. Excess belly fat doesn't just sit there. It actively produces an enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. The more fat you carry around your waist, the faster your testosterone declines. Losing even a small amount of body fat can create measurable improvements in testosterone levels. Combine the dietary strategies we've discussed with regular movement, enough sleep, and mindful stress control, and your hormones will naturally rebalance. Now let's turn all of this into a simple action plan. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start with just 3 to 5 of the foods we've talked about today, whichever ones are easiest for you to add. For example, begin by including raw garlic and ginger daily, 2 or 3 Brazil nuts for selenium, and 1 avocado for healthy fats and boron. Once you're comfortable with that, add pomegranate juice a few times a week and perhaps a few oysters when you can find them fresh. Over time, you'll build a powerful routine that nourishes your hormone system from multiple directions. Track your progress. Notice how your energy, mood, and motivation change week by week. Some men like to keep a simple journal where they record how they feel each morning and evening: energy, focus, libido, and sleep quality. Within a few weeks, you'll likely see subtle improvements. Within a few months, the results can be truly life-changing. After 2 to 3 months of consistent effort, consider checking your testosterone levels with a blood test. This gives you objective feedback on how well your body is responding. Many men are surprised by how much their levels rise naturally when they consistently apply these habits. If you're already on testosterone replacement therapy, don't make changes without your doctor's guidance. These natural strategies can complement medical treatment, and with professional supervision, you might eventually be able to reduce your dose. But it's essential to work with your healthcare provider for safety and proper monitoring. Let's take a step back for a moment and talk about mindset. Restoring your testosterone isn't just about numbers on a lab report. It's about reclaiming how you feel in your body. It's about waking up with energy, confidence, and purpose again. It's about feeling sharp, strong, and engaged with life. Every man deserves that, and your body wants to get there. It just needs the right conditions. So think of this as a long-term partnership with your own biology. The foods you eat are powerful messages to your body. When you choose nutrient-rich natural foods, you're sending a signal that says, build strength, restore balance, thrive. When you choose processed junk, you're sending the opposite message. Every bite is a choice. Every day is a chance to nudge your body in the right direction. Now let's revisit a few practical examples. Start your day with a warm glass of water and lemon to wake up your metabolism. Add a teaspoon of grated fresh ginger to your morning smoothie or tea. Mid-morning, snack on a couple of Brazil nuts and a few cacao nibs. At lunch, include an avocado or a generous drizzle of olive oil over your salad. In the afternoon, try celery sticks with almond butter or sip on pure pomegranate juice. Then, before dinner, crush a garlic clove and mix it with honey or add it to your meal. A few times a week, treat yourself to oysters or a small portion of lean red meat for extra zinc. All of this fits easily into an ordinary lifestyle. No extreme dieting, no fancy supplements, no complicated routines, just real, natural food in smart combinations that nourish your hormone system. And remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Even if you can't do all of it every day, the more consistent you are, the more your body will reward you. Another thing to remember is hydration. Testosterone production depends on proper circulation and cellular function, and that means staying well hydrated. Aim for plenty of water throughout the day and limit alcohol, which can suppress testosterone and increase estrogen levels when overused. If you enjoy coffee, moderate amounts are fine. In fact, caffeine in small doses can slightly increase testosterone, but avoid adding too much sugar or processed creamers. Let's touch on another often overlooked factor, vitamin D. This vitamin acts more like a hormone in the body and is strongly linked to testosterone production. Spending just 15 to 20 minutes in the sun daily, when possible, can make a difference. If you live in an area with limited sunlight, you might consider a vitamin D3 supplement after consulting your doctor. Pairing vitamin D with foods rich in healthy fats, like eggs or avocado, helps with absorption. As you apply these steps, pay attention to how you feel. Notice your energy in the morning, your focus at work, your performance during exercise, and your general outlook. When testosterone levels start to climb naturally, men often describe it as a return to vitality, like someone turned the lights back on. It's not just about libido or muscle, it's about living with drive and confidence again. In the bigger picture, optimizing your testosterone is really about living a life that supports your biology rather than fights it. When you eat well, sleep deeply, move often, and manage stress, your hormones fall into balance naturally. And that balance translates into clearer thinking, steadier moods, more motivation, and a deeper sense of well-being. So here's your challenge. Pick a starting point and begin today. Maybe it's adding garlic and ginger to your meals. Maybe it's swapping your afternoon snack for a handful of Brazil nuts and dark chocolate. Maybe it's committing to go to bed an hour earlier or taking a 20-minute walk after dinner. Whatever it is, make it small, make it doable, and make it consistent. If you do that, you'll be amazed at how your body responds. Within a few weeks, you may start waking up earlier with more energy. You might notice your workouts feel stronger, your mood brighter, your focus sharper. Over the following months, those subtle shifts compound into a remarkable transformation, one that feels completely natural because it is. And that's really the beauty of this approach. You're not forcing your body with drugs or artificial hormones. You're giving it the nourishment and environment it needs to do what it was designed to do. You're reconnecting with your natural vitality. So remember this, your testosterone doesn't have to decline dramatically with age. You can take control through smart nutrition, good sleep, consistent movement, and a balanced lifestyle. You have more power over your health than you might realize. If this message resonated with you, share it with a friend who might need to hear it. There are too many men out there who think feeling tired, weak, and unmotivated is just part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be that way. Your body can thrive at any age when you support it correctly. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm Dr. Sofia Carter, and I hope this gives you practical inspiration to take action. Stay consistent, stay positive, and keep investing in your own health and vitality. You deserve to feel strong, confident, and full of energy no matter your age. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next episode.